Oh, this is so beautiful. Like, do you know how much joy I'm having right now just seeing this? Well, these are some of the feel lights. So
Yeah.
I just like sit with this like behind you,
Yeah.
or put it right here. Look at it. Check it out. Look at the
Yeah,
background.
that's
Yeah.
really nice. That's really nice.
What else could we do to make it just a tiny bit brighter? I know. Just be conversing with the audience.
Okay.
Give them a fun time.
I don't know what you guys want to hear. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Just seeing Dr. T's setup. I don't know what you guys call him on this platform, so I call him Dr. T, call him Tuoyo, call him many things. So yeah, but yeah, how's everybody doing? How's everybody's mental health? I think it's really important for sometimes to just sit down and reflect and understand that life is really not is to be taken lightly sometimes, man. Don't take it too seriously. Just relax and enjoy the ride. I
Yeah,
think that kind of makes it better.
it does.
Yeah.
One of my favorite authors would quote, "Life will life."
Life with life.
Who is that author? This dude.
No, funny thing is that I don't think I ever use that consistently, but
It stuck with me.
life for life. Just go with it.
This is so cool. Also,
You know, guys, I'm actually like super excited. I'm a bit tired, so before we turned on the camera, Toya was just like, "Oh, let's record something." And in my head, I'm like, "Okay," but then I just I've learned to just appreciate small moments. Like I came to worry now, and hey, I brought my microphone and I've not actually used it since I came. So this is the last
the
day.
small victory.
Yeah, we might as well use it. And now it has come out to be something that's really cool. That it actually lighted up my eyes
When everything
when everything just like fell in place like this. So I'm actually getting like a little bit of energy from this, even though I'm still a bit tired.
Yeah,
But it's nice. It's good to be home. It's good to feed off the energy of mom, of Toyo. It's good. It's just good to touch base and reconnect.
yeah,
Just remembering that family is fulfilling. Family is everything. In the world with so much noise, it's always good to be able to fall back on the family that you guys actually get along.
yeah.
It's like it's not strife.
Mm-hmm.
You might disagree on a few things, but you still enjoy each other's company.
Yeah.
So
That's very big, very big,
very big.
very big.
Something that I'm hoping to um one thing. Okay.
What? Granted, go for it.
Just a random conversation thing. So, I was listening to a podcast yesterday, Joe Rogan podcast, and it was with this guy called something Holiday. But he's a guy that writes about like stoicism and stuff like that.
Wait, what's stoicism?
Okay, so stoicism, basically the tenet of stoicism is basically just finding inner peace from knowing that life for life. Just being in the present, being in the moment, not letting your emotions just fly all over the place. And one of the practices of stoicism was Marcus Aurelius. He was an emperor of Rome. I hope I'm getting this correctly. And he was one of the greatest leaders of Rome. But he handed over to his son. And his son turned out to be like one of the worst people to ever rule Rome. And they were having this question about why is it that great men turn out to be terrible dads?
Yeah, that I mean,
And while I get it because I see it a lot, I remembered in my own situation that wasn't true, because we had a great dad, but the difference that the sacrifice that Pops had to make to be a great dad was the fact that he wasn't too busy to watch us grow up.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that is something that is that, like, when the answer they felt like they came to of why such great men have terrible sons is the fact that they are so busy doing their focus in life that they don't have time to actually parent. And it's just something interesting. Another interesting thing about this entire Roman thing is Marcus Aurelius was the last of the 5 best emperors of Rome.
The last
of the 5 best.
But
the reason that they were 5 best was because the way it was set up, or the way what happened was that each of the 5 did not have sons. So the first one didn't have a son.
Oh boy.
Wait, what just happened?
No, I'm just thinking about the dynamic that in the story.
Okay, so the 5 of them didn't have sons. So the first emperor, he had to pick a successor.
Yes.
So he looked around and found like the most level-headed person to groom, and that person took it as a responsibility that you're looking at me as somebody that can take over what you're doing. And then they took over. The next person turned out he didn't have a son, so he had to adopt somebody, and he adopted somebody, and the person became good as well.
Yeah.
So as soon as somebody who thought he would inherit everything, everything just fell on his shoulders, like he didn't have to work to inherit.
Yeah.
He just went off the rails. And that's also another thing with, it's amazing how conversations just come out of nowhere when you don't think you have anything to talk about. And I feel like I've talked about, I'm the one that's talking most of this episode.
Hey, do it, bro.
But yeah, but it's interesting how they say that generational wealth is not really generational wealth, because by time generational wealth gets to grandchildren, generally most of the thing has been squandered.
Yeah.
Because
or by the grandchildren. Or by the grandchildren.
Or by the grandchildren. Or by or start, because it's a cascading thing. Father works really hard to make life a bit simpler for the children. The children think, Dad has worked hard, I don't need to work hard. I'm just going to leech off what he has done. I will just be a tiny bit lazier and a bit more extravagant. You start blowing through some of the wealth that your father has made. The money you then hand to your children are doing what you have done, but now it is now exponential.
Yeah.
Because they've compounded your laziness.
And there are more. And the number of people
has increased.
Like
and the amount of lazy people has increased too.
Yeah.
And that's why it's also interesting that a lot of billionaires right now have signed like a billionaire pledge, where most of their money is not going to go to their children. Someone like Warren Buffett now, he has signed like 90% of his wealth. Once he dies, 90% of his wealth is going to like charities and stuff like that. So he's not trying to hand over his wealth, because I feel like he understands that his children, if once your child knows that, oh, I'm going to inherit this amount of money from you, like, well, I don't need to work on anything. I'm just going to chill. I'm not just going to do anything. And it's an interesting dynamic.
Yeah, I feel like I've had this kind of thing in the back of my mind. Like also with schools, like the fact that those who are do really well in like secondary school, have all A's and everything, they usually end up being the ones to work for guys who are like C's and D's. And the fact that generational transfer of wealth and that kind of stuff. So I feel like I've been aware of it, and it has bothered me always. So I try my best to just like always like tunnel it. I'm like, hey, I nothing that they have done belongs to me. Like it's theirs. Like it's their money, it's their wealth. Like parents, they did well. Yeah, they did well for themselves. That's cool and all, but it's yours, guys. So I'm like that's why I push, because I know that thing is a very big hindrance. You just see people who are just chilling and wasting their time. I'm like, no, I want to push. Anyway, but also I'm trying to learn the balance, because many times I try to just push and try and do things by myself. I'm like, I got it. But then I'm trying to realize that there's a very big value in the social capital that they leave behind, and tapping into that, because the people that they have in contact, like our parents, the people they have in contact, those around them, those who work for them, those who they have worked for, family, friends, all these connections they didn't have. So I shouldn't think that because they didn't have it, therefore I shouldn't have it. And if I have it, I should throw it away.
Yeah.
So for the longest time, I'm like, no, I'm gonna do this with my bare hands. But I'm learning that I got to tap into those connections.
Yes.
But still work hard. So that's the balance.
And that's the beautiful thing, because a lot of success in life is social capital.
Yeah.
If you don't have to build that social capital from scratch, then don't.
Yeah.
What I believe with hard work is working hand in hand with social capital is important, because it's like two hands holding you to, it's like holding two sides of a rope. So if social capital cuts, you have to have hard work. And I feel like hard work is the stronger twine.
Yeah.
So if social capital cuts, you can still hold on to your hard work.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's nice to distribute the load.
Yeah, honestly, it's very nice to distribute the load.
Very nice to distribute the load.
Like realizing that, hey, there are other people around that that I can call on for help, like resources in other areas. It's like, I mean, sometimes I'm like, it's okay to need a help. Like, hey, I need a job in this area. Can you hook me up?
Yeah.
It's okay to do that. Like, hey, and now it's becoming like more pertinent. I'm looking at a lot of books. This particular book about Nigerian entrepreneurs.
Okay.
I have that in my room. So I maybe you guys will find out sometime. But it's a good one. They shared it out during NYSC, a small pamphlet. So I read about all these African successful people. And what I saw a common trend in most of them was that most of them, like, they didn't really get loans from banks. They just tapped into family wealth. Like, hey, can you guys borrow me some money? So they got some money from family and friends. Some people loaned them money. All social capital.
All social
and
capital.
that's what they now use to build their brand and everything and build their business. And you're like, oh my God, these guys are super successful. And I think there's that stigma when you're younger. You're like, oh, everybody looks at me through the lens of what my parents have done.
Yeah.
And you're like, I want to do my own thing. I want to be my own man. But I mean, when you grow a bit, you're like, they look at me through that lens, but I'm not that guy. But I am a product of that guy.
Yeah.
So I'm okay saying that, yes, I'm not where I am without him.
Yeah.
Or without them.
Yeah.
I'm there where I am because of them.
Yeah.
But I am not them. I'm not defined by them. So I can push with what they've given me and exceed.
Yeah. I think it is very important to really know who you are.
Yeah.
So that
you just got the sweet spot of the microphone right there.
Oh, really? Right here? Okay.
Yeah.
It's important to know who you are, because when you know who you are, like you really know who you are, you're not too bothered about what other people think about you.
Yeah.
So if I know that I am striving for something, I know that I am working hard, I know that I am putting my hand to the plow and I'm pushing. Even when I ask for social help, I'm not super bothered about how they will look at it.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm trying to get somewhere. You are going to help me get to that place quicker.
Yeah.
Help me. Let's be going. If you like, say, oh, people from outside, oh, his father's friends helped him.
Big deal with it.
Deal with it. And you know the funny thing is that people are so obsessed about having to struggle from the bottom by themselves. But a lot of these billionaires, they didn't start from.
Bro.
Oh, do you know how much you think? What's his name? Jeff Bezos started his company by raising money by himself from scratch. Do you know how many people just give him money? It's like, oh, my son is starting this something. I trust my son to do this thing. Oh yeah, give him money. He's doing a book company. It's online. Online will boom very soon. That's how all of them did it. Back, 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 back.
Give you a very classic case study. Look at all the, like, I mean, the black community is growing in America and everything, but
Yeah.
the percentage of rich black people compared to the whites is very despairing. And if
Yeah.
it was a question of just hard work, I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
so it's like it's a compilation of like red is it redlining,
Redlining.
all kinds of laws that prevent people from housing houses, appreciation, all those kind of things. So
Yeah.
all these compounds to build for future generations and things like that.
So it's also it's very important to, and it's something I'm working on, is building relationships that last and building meaningful relationships.
Yeah.
Yes, you can do my guy, but are you digging deeper beyond just my guy? Because while your parents have made those connections, their connections are of their generation.
Yeah.
You must strive to make your own connections right now, today, so that your children will benefit from it. And so it's me and Tuoyo having a connection now is going to benefit our children down the line, because I'm anything I do for Tuoyo's children is not going to be strictly from the fact that we're brothers. It's going to be from the fact that we're friends, and I want to help his children from the fact I personally have no loyalty to people who just think that they are my family members. If I'm not your friend, I'm not your friend. I have relatives that I don't know at all, and I have people that I've met like 5 times, 6 times physically, and I will go to bat for those people more than the random.
Random family.
Random family. So
random family.
Yeah.
Like we have a book.
Random family members.
Yeah, this is good. We have a few more minutes with the battery. I didn't plug the computer battery in, so it's gonna die soon.
Okay.
But I like this is like a model. I mean, we need to do this again, obviously. But I don't know when this can happen. So, okay, listen, before this thing dies. Hey, thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Bye bye. We love you all.
Love you.
Bye bye. Let's say.